Hey y'all, in this lesson we're going to take a quick look at standard form. We want to be able to write and graph linear equations in standard form. We have seen how to write and graph linear equations using the slope and the y-intercept in slope-intercept form, and using any point in the slope in point-slope form. However, sometimes we want to know the x and y-intercepts easily, so we also have another way to write and graph linear equations. In example 1, we are going to look at how this is useful for word problems. Hannah will spend $150 on music festival tickets. Reserved seat tickets cost $25, and general admission tickets cost $10. We can represent this with a linear equation where, if Hannah wants to buy some reserved and some general admission, we can let x represent the reserved seats and let y represent the general admission tickets. Then we can write an equation where we have the money spent on reserved seat tickets plus the money spent on general admission tickets is equal to our total budget. So 25, which is the cost of the reserved tickets, times x, the number of reserved tickets, plus 10, the cost of the general admission tickets, times y, the number of a general admission tickets, equals 150, Hannah's total budget. With this, we can simplify and simply write 25x plus 10y equals 150. This is in standard form. Standard form of a linear equation is ax plus by equals c, where these numbers a, b, and c are actually integers, or whole positive and negative numbers. And a and b cannot both be 0. One of them is allowed to be 0 at any given time, but not both of them. Example 2, we are going to look at how to graph this type of equation. So what is the graph of 3x minus 2y equals 9? Again, you see that number x and number y equals a number. First step is to find the intercepts. Standard form is the best form to use when trying to find the x and the y-intercepts. To find the x-intercept, we will substitute 0 for y and solve for x. So we start with our original equation, and we replace y with 0. This gives us 2 times 0, which is just 0. So the term is eliminated, and we are left with 3x equals 9. We divide both sides by 3 to get that x must be 3. This means the x-intercept is 3. To find the y-intercept, we will substitute 0 for x and solve for y. So again, we start with our original equation. This time putting in 0 for x, that eliminates the first term, and we're left with negative 2y equals 9. We divide both sides by negative 2 to get that y equals negative 4.5. Our y-intercept is negative 4.5. We will now plot the points and sketch the graph. The x-intercept is 3, so the point 3, 0 is on the line. The y-intercept is negative 4.5, so the point 0, negative 4.5 is on the line. We can see that in this graph with a point on the x-axis at 3 and on the y-axis at negative 4.5. Here is your chance to try this. Sketch the graph of 4x plus 5y equals 10. Remember to find the x and y intercepts and then put them on the graph. Here is the summary for our lesson. The standard form of a linear equation is useful in order to find the x and y intercepts easily. The x-intercept is the value of x when y is 0, and the y-intercept is the value of y when x is 0. Here we can see algebraically that our standard form is ax plus by equals c, where these a, b, and c are integers or whole numbers, positive or negative, and a and b are not both equal to 0. We could have a be 0 or b be 0, but not both. We see an example of this in numbers, 2x minus 3y equals -3. And that same equation graphed showing the y-intercept is 1 and the x-intercept is -3/2. Your next steps are to submit your 3.7 notes, complete the Build 3.7, and take your 3.7 mastery check. Then you can continue on to the next lesson. Good luck!